Hello and welcome back to another episode of How It Vapes. Today I'm not going to try something new apart from the Vaporesso Gemini RTA. This is a versus video. In this video it's going to be a heads-on battle between the Griffin, the Vaporesso Gemini RTA, the OBS Crius version 3, and the big gun over here is the SMOK TF-RTA G2. All of these RTAs have a fresh new coil and of course cotton, 22 gauge wire. They all come around 0.21 and 22 ohms and they are all set at 50 watts. I'll begin with the Griffin RTA. Vapor production is pretty good, taste is good. Forgot to mention, the juice inside all four of them is a 100% VG juice. Next up, the Vaporesso Gemini RTA with the top airflow closed, open all the way at the bottom. Vapor production for me seems better than the Griffin RTA. Taste also is better. Yeah, definitely taste is better and vapor production seems to be a bit more. And now the OBS Crius version 3. Vapor production here is also good and the taste is top notch. So far this has the best taste. Yeah. Finally, the TF-RTA G2. This is a 24.5mm RTA, but does not matter, the concept is the same. Velocity style deck, so why not? This definitely has the largest vapor production and the biggest airflow. I mean, the airflow difference between the other three is huge. Taste wise it's pretty good, not better than the Crius. I'd say it's around the Vaporesso Gemini. Now I'll start the elimination process. The elimination regarding vapor and taste. The first one to go is unfortunately the Griffin RTA. The vapor production is good, the taste is good, but it cannot match the other three RTAs. From this round I will eliminate the Gemini RTA, so it will be a battle between these two, the G2 and the OBS Crius version 3. So let's give it a go. Yeah. Between these two, the G2 has the better vapor production, but the Crius has the better taste. The Crius is the best. So the order would be from worst to best, the Griffin RTA, then the Vaporesso Gemini RTA, then the TF-RTA G2, and finally the OBS Crius version 3. It's not that the Griffin or the Vaporesso are bad, it's just that every atomizer has a bit better taste than the previous one. Airflow is the same in all three of them, apart from the G2, which has a massive airflow, and this makes the TF-RTA have a bit less taste than the Crius version 3. So, ease of use. The easiest to use and refill, it's a tie between the OBS Crius and the TF-RTA G2. And that's mainly because on the Crius you just lift the top and you refill, and on the TF-RTA you slide this to the side, you refill and then you close it again and you're ready to go. On the Vaporesso Gemini and on the GeekVape Griffin, you have to unscrew the top, put it somewhere, fill and screw it back on. And this also creates some pressure inside the tank and you might get some leaking if you're not careful sometimes. Now, build quality. The Crius has the worst build quality, hands down. It's not very good, it's not bad, but it's meh, it's not that good. Then it's the Griffin RTA. The construction of the tank is pretty good. It does not have a 510 drip tip inside, but that's a small problem. But what is not good about this is the screws at the deck. They are not of very good quality. When you try to tighten down the coil, the Allen key jumps and this makes it hard to secure down the coil at the deck. Then we have the Vaporesso Gemini RTA, which the build quality is pretty good. Everything is working as it should. One thing that I don't know if mine has it or if all of them do, the juice airflow control does not open all the way in its 4 holes. 2 of them are wide open and the other 2 are, I'd say, 1/5 closed. I don't know why. It does not cause any problems, but I just don't like the way this looks. Finally, the TF-RTA is good in every aspect. No leaking at all, 0 leaking. I never had a problem with the G2. The paint quality, the black, is very good. I use this daily in my pocket. I throw it in the car, anywhere, and it's perfect. It's in mint condition, it's perfectly black. The airflow ring works perfectly. It has this restrictiveness that you want, so it does not spin around easily. The top fill is very easy to use and it secures very well into place. And the juice flow control works as it should. Build quality wise, the TF-RTA G2 is the best out of them. So, out of all these atomizers, which one would I choose? If size is not a problem, I'd go with the G2. The build quality, the juice capacity, the very big deck, the airflow is top notch. So I think this is the most balanced RTA out of these 4. Now, why wouldn't I recommend the Crius? The build quality is not that good. Many people have had leaking issues above the airflow ring. Not leaking, but you see droplets of juice. This makes it not a so good atomizer if you have to clean it all the time. So out of all these 4, the G2 is the best because it has the best airflow. It has very good taste. It has a very large deck. It's easy to refill. The juice control ring works perfectly. Has no leaking at all. And the build quality in general is very good. But I have an ace up my sleeve. And this is the TF-RDTA. Out of all these 4, this is the best by far. It does not have the airflow of the other 4 RTAs. It has a bit less, but it has all the advantages of the G2 with a lot better taste. I mean, the taste out of this is a big step over the G2. And another thing is that it holds a bit more juice. So if you want an RTA for some reason, you should get the G2. If you want an atomizer in general that you want to rebuild yourself, go for the RDTA. It's better in every single way. The taste out of this is killer. And the final summary is, taking into consideration all aspects, I'd go from the worst to the best: Gemini RTA, OBS Crius, Vaporesso Gemini, TF-RTA G2. And if you don't want, for some reason, an RTA and you're open to anything, you should definitely go with the TF-RDTA. It's the best of them all. Keep on vaping and I'll see you on the next one.